Yesterday, Robin, you and I spent a lot of time on They Call Me Baba Booey, the 10th anniversary of Gary's book.
I thought about that all day. Wow.
Yeah. Gary became a list guy for a while. I don't know. I think around the time of that book, he was really into lists. And I don't know anyone
I've been into
else.
lists my whole life.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I have the origin story of how Gary got into lists. This is from his book. And I was listening to this last night, and this is insane.
Every year during the last 2 weeks of the year, WABC would do a top 100 countdown, only it would play the songs all out of order. The DJ would play number 50, then number 72. That was the hook to make you listen. You could send in a self-addressed stamped envelope when the 2 weeks were up if you wanted the whole list in order. But in the Chevy Impala, on the way to that vacation in 1970, the year the Carpenters' Close to You became a massive hit, Stephen showed me a different way to keep track. He bought a composition notebook, and before we left the house, listed the numbers 1 to 100 in the margins of the first few pages. For the next 2.5 hours, we listened to WABC, intently filling in all the songs as we went along. We never finished it. Sorry, this isn't a Capra movie. But it did teach me new ways to obsess over music.
WABC, I used to listen to WABC. If you wanted the list, they would mail it to you.
They'd give it to you, yeah.
They would give you the list. He sat in a car for 2.5 hours writing his own list. What is with who would do that? And what is the name of the guy who taught him that?
I was just going to say, who the hell went along with this with him?
My brother.
Your brother, right?
Oh, your brother.
Yeah. And he acts like he got taught like how to play chess or something. You're not going to believe this. This guy figured out how Stephen told me how to make lists. You know, Gary's brother must have hated him because he said, what can I do to this little fucker to waste more of his life?
Hey, maybe it was a way to shut me up now that you're saying it. What do I know? We're in a car for 3 hours.
And then when you were done with the list, what would you do with it?
I'd just go in a drawer. It never got finished. As I said, it never got finished.
Did you send away for the actual list of all the top songs?
Yeah,
you did.
No, we did.
You
send away
did?
for the list. Yeah.
Would you glue the list into your book of lists? No. Would you every year take out the same loose leaf book to make your lists, or was it just for that 1 year?
No, I mean, I did it for several years. I don't know that it was the same book, but it was not 1 year.
Why not buy one book?
They didn't even keep these things, Howard. They meant nothing to him.
Well, they meant enough for me to put it in a book, Robin.
Would you? I mean, it's unbelievable. Would you ever consider writing a book of just lists?
I
wanted to.
Just lists.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. So for some reason, I'm obsessed with this whole list thing. I'm not even joking around. And there's 2 books called The Book of Rock Lists and The Book of More Rock Lists that I used to read all the time. And when I started pitching the book, right, that this book was, I was pitching this like Baba Booey's book of musical lists. And my book agent goes, yeah, nobody gives a shit about that. What's your story?
What list are you working on now? Are there lists in your head like musicians have music?
No, it's not. Yeah, I'm seeing lists on the ceiling while I sleep, Robin, and the lists are moving around.
Right. Here's Gary Puppet. Are you making a list?
I'm compiling a new list. The top 10 ways to waste time. Number 1, writing lists.